Annappa, what do you mean by mark application? How the mark application will be working? Okay, that we'll discuss now. Mark application means ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ. And those who are watching on the YouTube, guys, like ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬನ್ರಿಪ್ಪ, ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈಗ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಇಸ್ರಾ ಖಾದ್ರಿ, ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬಚ್ಚಾ. What do you mean mark application? Mark means what? Assume that there is a company, okay? There is a joint stock company. Joint stock company. All right. This company, what they're doing is that, yes, they are issuing around 1 lakh shares. Okay. They issued how much? 1 lakh shares. Okay, bacho. Okay. And out of this, what happens? Company decided to give around 80,000 shares to the underwriters. ठीक है? कंपनी क्या कर रही है? 1 lakh shares में से 80,000 shares जो है ना बच्चा, they are issuing to whom, please? They are issuing to whom they are issuing? Company decided underwriters. Hi Ningama. And remaining ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ 20,000 shares company issue ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Means they are taking the responsibility. Okay, now what happens? This underwriter company has given these shares to 3 underwriters, like underwriter A, underwriter B, underwriter C. Now you know that, right? ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ, सबको पता है what do you mean by underwriter, है ना? लास्ट क्लास में डिस्कस किया था हम लोगों ने, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ underwriters ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. Correct? Yes or no? In the last class, bachcho, we have discussed what is the underwriters. So company, what they have did is that out of its 1 lakh shares, bachcho, out of its 1 lakh shares, company given 80,000 to 3 underwriters. Underwriter A, underwriter B, underwriter C. Whenever the application received, what happens? Every underwriters, they mark their application with the stamp. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟೇವಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಅಂಡರ್ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ, at the time of repaying, at the time of issuing the shares, they mark it. What they do? They mark the shares. That is called with their name on the application. That is called as a mark application. अर्थ आಗಿದೆ? Hi Irfan, good evening बच्चा. Understood? So example, I'll do one thing. I'll take an example so that you can understand, because this is very important concept. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. अगर ये नहीं समझ तो कुछ नहीं. देखो, चलो, I'll take an example so that you can understand this. Assume that there is a Rio Academy, Rio company. Guys, Ningama, there is a Rio company we have. Rio company ಏನಿದೆ, what it has is that, assume that it has around 10 lakh shares. ठीक है? 10 lakh shares. That needs to be issued. How many shares बच्चों? 10 lakh shares. ಇದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. Means they want money. 10 lakh shares they want to issue in the market. Now what happens? Out of this 10 lakh, Rio company, what they have done? They have kept 2 lakh shares with us. Means they will take care of it. It 2 lakh shares responsibility ಯಾರು ದೇगा? Rio company ಇದೆ. Fine. And remaining 8 lakh, बच्चों, listen. Remaining 8 lakh. What? Remaining 8 lakh shares. What they are doing is that they have given to 3 underwriters, or you say 4 underwriters. 4 underwriters. Who are these underwriters? First underwriter is Javid. Second underwriter is, say, for example, Pooja. Third underwriter, say, for example, Irfan. Right? And last underwriter is my dear student Annappa. Okay? Okay? Now, what happens? We have divided these shares to all the applicants, like debentures, like shares we are issued to the Javed, Pooja, Annappa, Irfan, everybody. Now, what happens? Whenever the application, out of this application received from all these three, so every application has got it. Example, if application, he will mention his name, Javed Limited. Got it? If Pooja has issued them on other Pooja issue ಹೆಸರು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. So ಎದಕ್ಕಂದ್ರೆ, so that we should know that who has taken underwriting. Got my point? So they will mark on the application. They will mark on the application their name, like Javed, Pooja, Irfan, Annappa. So this is called as a mark application. अर्थ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? समझ में आया बच्चों? समझ में आया जी? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿಪ್ಪ? Everybody. No doubt. No doubt. Note down बच्चों. What should note down? Mark application. No, no, marked application. So बच्चों, mark applications are those application. Mark applications are those application which bears stamp, that has a stamp with the name and address of underwriter. Got it? Got it, बच्चों? Got it? So they are called as a mark application. Now, why they have to, so that we can get to know, right, who has applied this. Next question is unmarked application. Yes, definitely. Today I will solve problems on it. Unmarked application. Now the question arises, what is unmarked application? The application which does not have any marker, which do not have or do not bear any stamp of underwriter, are called as unmarked application. Means what, bachcho? These applications are issued by whom? Company. These applications are issued by whom? Issued by the public. Okay, issued by the company. Okay, these applications are issued to the public. Issued to the public by company. Guarantee question, huh? Guarantee question. What is mark application? What is unmarked application? Guarantee करता है. ठीक है? चलो बच्चों. Let's solve some simple problems so that we can understand how the mark application, how the unmarked application लगते. आमेले we'll calculate the commission also. No problem. But guys, very important questions. Everything you will be getting for exams, right? So let's start the first question of the day. कुछ doubt है बच्चा? Any doubts you have? No doubt. Can we start, my dear student? Chalo, let's begin now. Carry, no delay. What they given? Ratan Company Limited. Okay, this is a joint stock company. Issued 50,000 shares. ಹಾ ಹೌದು 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪಕ್ಕಾ 100%. Ratan Company Limited issued how much? 50,000 shares of 100 each at par. That is fine. That is fine. How many shares, bachcho? How many shares, my dear student? 50,000 shares. Correct? The whole of the issue, complete issue, was underwritten by Rahul. Who is underwriter here? Rahul is the underwriter. Okay? The company received application. How many applications they received? 38,000 applications they received. Of which, see, out of 50,000, how many applications they have received? 38,000. Out of this, how many are marked? Of which 32,000 is what, bacho? 32,000 in the law. This is your mark application. Calculate what? Calculate underwriter's liability. Calculate what, bacho? Underwriter's liability. Let's start now. Very simple agide. Problems is very easy. Not a big deal. So guys, note down. Calculate. What is liability? Liability means loan, means responsibility. Calculation of underwriter's liability. Please note down. Please note down. Okay? So guys, tell me, how many number of shares issued? Number of shares issued to the public. How many shares, bacho? 50,000 shares. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? In that, less. What we should less? Less application. Number of shares. Bacho, very important. Number of shares subscribed means shown interest by the public. We have issued how much? We have issued 50,000. Correct? How many shares they have subscribed? 38,000. Correct? Understood? So 38,000 they have received. So this include what, bacho? This include what? Include mark application. This include what? Mark application. Then tell me, what is underwriter liability now? Underwriter's liability is, guys, remember, underwriter's liability. Tell me, what is underwriter liability? 12,000. Understood? Any doubts? Please ask me if you have any doubts. Doubt ripa. Everybody. No doubt, बच्चों? डाउट नहीं है? अर्थ आगे देखो 50,000 शेयर्स आने का था. कितने आए यहाँ पर? 38,000. के पहले 30,000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸಾರಿ 50,000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. 50,000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 38,000 ಬಂದಾವೆ. That means remaining 12,000 is your underwriter liability. Everybody? हाँ, मार्क अनमार्क कल्सनी ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. चलो, solve the next question now. And those who are watching on the YouTube, guys, simple and very simple. Download the app, join the Rio Academy. Rio Academy is the platform where you can learn everything in very systematic and disciplined manner. All the Karnataka University student, yes, guys, this is something which is we are going to get it. Okay, 100% result will provide you. Chalo, let's start now. What is the next? Suman Company Limited issued how many? 10,000 equity shares of 100 each. Fine. Underwritten by whom? Who is underwriter here? Underwriter is Shruti. Who is underwriter here? Shruti is underwriter. Underwriting commission is today 5% ಇದೆ. We should give the commission, right? ಈಗ the application received from public where, so issued how much, issued is 10,000, received is 9,000, including mark application 7,500. That's fine. Calculate the underwriter liability and pass the journal entry in the books of the company. Very important. Very important. We have to pass the journal entry also. First, what we do? First, what you do, बच्चों? Calculation of underwriters liability. First, what we do? First, क्या है? What is that? Number of shares issued to the public. How much? How much it is? 10,000 shares. Correct? In that, less applications received. Application received. How many applications they have received? 9,000. This is your including including mark application. What is the balance बच्चों? अंडरराइटर लायबिलिटी कितना होगा यहाँ पर? जिम्मेदारी आपने दिया था 10,000 का, अब वहां पर पूरी कितनी भी है 9,000 की, है ना? तो बच्चों अंडरराइटर्स लायबिलिटी 1,000. करेक्ट? यस और नो? बच्चों कॉपीड, लिख लिया आपने? बरकुंड्री, एनी डाउट? एनी डाउट बच्चों? ओके. ईगा, what is the next process? Next process is, बच्चों they mention what? Underwriter commission 5%. Hedamma, Pooja, tell me. ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಆಗಲಿ. ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ? Tell me first. No doubt.
ಅದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವಲ್ರಿ, ಅದು ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದೇನ್ರಿ?
ಇವಾಗ ಬೇಡ, ಮುಂದ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿಲೆ, ಇದು 9,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿದಲ್ಲಿ 7,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ 9,000, 7,500 is your marked application. Correct? And remaining how much बच्चा? Remaining 1,500 is unmarked application. ठीक है? ठीक है? ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯೂಡ್? ಚಲೋ, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ what they given? They said, right? They said 5% commission. Commission कितना है बच्चों? 5% commission we have. So guys, calculation of, note down. Calculation of underwriters commission. बच्चों, how many shares? 10,000 shares multiply by what is the rate? 100. कितना आएगा? 10 lakh आएगा. Yes or no? Yes or no बच्चों? Here is that. ಕೇಳಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ. How many shares? 10,000 shares. What is the rate? 100 each. That means how much? 10 lakh rupees ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಈ 10 lakh ಮೇಲೆ 5% ಕಮಿಷನ್, 5% ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಆನ್ 10 lakh is how much बच्चों? कितना आएगा बताओ जी? कितना आएगा? 10 lakh
50,000.
into
50,000.
5%. Yes, 50,000 is the value of the commission they'll get. ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ? Any doubts you have? No doubt बच्चों? Doubt ಇಲ್ಲ? Let's solve one more question. But guys, this is where company has given full subscription. ಈಗ simple ಇದೆಲ್ಲ question. Yeah, I'll solve all the question. Don't worry about that. I'll solve all the question. ಈಗ situation ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. Partial underwriting of issue by one underwriter. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಸರ್? ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಬಚ್ಚೋ? ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡರ್ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Part of underwritings. Now, assume that company has issued 1 lakh shares. Okay? Out of this 1 lakh, around 60%, but you remember, 60% of underwriting given to Ramesh or Raju. That means, bacho, that means what? That means ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Out of this 1 lakh, bacho ಕೇಳಲಿ, out of this 1 lakh, only 60% is the liability of underwriter. That comes 60,000. Remaining 40,000 he was not at all interested. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಬಚ್ಚೋ? अंडरस्टूड. ಈಗ कंपनी सुनो, कंपनी ने इश्यू कितना किया बच्चों? यहां पर 1 लाख शेयर्स. ठीक है, इस 1 लाख शेयर्स में से कितना पार्ट हम लोगों ने राजू को दिया है? 60%. दैट इज नथिंग बट बच्चों 60,000 शेयर्स. करेक्ट. नाउ assume that application received from public, total application, बच्चों सुनो, total application received from the public itself is say 45,000. application received total ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 45,000. that means ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, 15,000 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅಂಡರ್ ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್ ಬಚ್ಚೋ? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಗೈಸ್. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ನಾವು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟು? 60,000. ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ? 45,000. that means 50,000 is अंडर राइटर्स लयबिलिटी. समझ में आया जी? अर्थ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? Okay, let's solve the next question now. Read it. अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? हेलो बोली जी.
सर प्लीज एक बार समझाओ.
ठीक है, मैं सिखा रहा हूँ, वही सेम है.
हाँ.
So guys, just have a look here. What about others? Any doubts बच्चों? Any doubts? No doubt. 50,000 shares. How many shares? 50,000 shares. What the company has issued? Company issued 50,000 shares of 100 each. Okay, fine. How many shares? 50,000 shares. All right. Of which 80% were shares underwritten by Raju. Okay. Total application, how many received? 35,000. Calculate the underwriter's liability. Very simple. Very simple. Look at that. Underwriter's liability. Calculation. सुनो जी, हाँ डाउट है तो पूछो मुझे. Calculation of underwriter's liability. Tell me, what is the gross liability? What is the gross liability? Gross liability is बच्चों 50,000, ठीक है, 50,000 इंटू हाउ मच परसेंट? 80%. कितना आएगा? 40,000. राइट? हाँ या ना? यस और नो? अर्थ आಗಿದೆ बच्चों? प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, now total application, how many they have received? Total application received yesterday 35,000. Chalo, fine, very simple. Less application received from public. कितना है बच्चों? 35,000. मैंने आपको कर दिया. So बच्चों, balance is what? Underwriter's liability. समझ में आया? इसरा यस और नो? रिस्पॉन्ड करो जल्दी जल्दी होने. आई वांट टू सॉल्व सम मोर प्रॉब्लम्स बच्चों. गाइस, मेक इट फास्ट. एनी डाउट्स माय डियर लवली स्टूडेंट? एनी डाउट्स बच्चों? एवरीबॉडी. इरफान, प्रेस द रेस कर बेटा उसको. अन्नप्पा, स्वाति, मधु, पूजा, निंगम्मा, इसरा, जाविद. What about others? So guys, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಏನು ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಇದೆ? पूजा, जी बोलिए. इरफान, बोलो.
हाँ सर, समझ में आया सर.
समझ में आया?
हाँ सर.
ओके. पूजा, ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋ
ಮತ್ತೇನೈತಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸರ್, ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್.
ಒಂದೈತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಈ ವರ್ಷ?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಲೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ what बच्चों? I'll increase this one now. What is say that? Little bit toughness. Okay, थोड़ा difficult मैं increase करता हूँ. Look at that. 50,000 shares of 100 each. 80% which were underwritten by Maltesh. 50,000 shares. How much? 50,000 shares we have. 100 each. Of which 80% were underwritten by Maltesh. Total application received. How much received? 42,000. ठीक है? Shares including mark application 25,000 shares. So बच्चों, application received how much? 42,000 minus 25,000. क्या होगा जी? अनमार्क कितना होगा उसमें से? What is unmark? 25,000. 42,000 minus 25,000.
17,000.
हाँ जी, 17,000 is your unmarked. Correct. And mark how much बच्चों? Mark application ಏನಿದೆ? 25,000 ಇದೆ. Correct.
Yes, sir.
चलो, let's begin. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಹಾನಮ್ಮ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂಗತ್ತೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ 2 ದಿವಸ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಅವರು. ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಏನ್ರ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತದ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿ. ಅದ ಈಗ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ತರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ, ಕಾರ್ಡಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದನ್ನ. Underwriter's liability. Sorry, even she is also calling. ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಹಾನಮ್ಮ. Underwriter's liability. ಹಾನಮ್ಮ. ಹಾನಮ್ಮ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣತ್ತವರು. ಇದು ಆಗಿದ ಮ್ಯಾಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿಂಗ್. ಅದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳ್ಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಾನೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ ಭಜಂತ್ರಿಗೂ. ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು? ಲೈವ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಯಾರು ಬಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿನೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಹಿಂಗಾಗೈತಿ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ರಾತ್ರಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಅವಾಗ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಬಿಡ, ಅದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ದಾಗ. ಇದೊಂದು ಬಾರ ಇದು ಬಾರ. What बच्चों? Underwriter's liability. Tell me, what is the gross liability? What is the gross liability बच्चों? हाँ, 50,000 shares at 80%. कितना होगा? 40,000. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? Understood? Okay. Now, out of this 40,000, how many are mark application? How many are mark applications? Guys, they given mark application, right? Given mark application here. 40,000 out of this mark application is today. Mark application ide bachcho 25,000 shares. Correct? Less mark application 25,000. Okay. How many? Limit of liability ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೀಗ? What is limit of liability? 15,000. Correct? Out of 40,000, 25,000 is mark application. Right, बच्चों? Liability 25,000 mark application. Now limit of liability yesterday 15,000 less unmarked application. Guys, remember this. Less unmarked application. कितना है जी? Application received how much बच्चों? 42,000 minus 35,000 is your mark application. 25,000. Correct? Yes or no बच्चा? अर्थ आಗಿದೆ? Yes or no? 25,000 is your mark application. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Remaining is how much? 17,000. So there is no underwriter liability here. There is no underwriter liability. Underwriter liability is nil. समझ में आया? अर्थ आಗಿದೆ? Understood? Any doubts? Irfan, Madhu, Annappa, Ningamma, Javid, Swati, Pooja, Isra, respond ಮಾಡಿ. Doubt ಇಲ್ಲ? No doubt? Chalo. Let's solve that one more. So this is the case where we can say mark application, unmarked application. Okay. Next. Iga, hey guys, Kedri. In this case, what happens? Bacho? Here there was only one underwriter. Correct? And here also there is only one underwriter. Similarly, that is what the case is, one underwriter. Iga, if underwriters are more than one, if underwriters are more than one, this is the question you will be getting for your exams. Case number 2 or 3. Case number 3. Achoo, please hold on. Whole or partial underwriting by more than one underwriter. A very important part. I'll explain that. Not a big deal. But guys, nodi, previous question only one underwriter was there. Correct? In the previous question, only one underwriter was there. Now we have more than one underwriters. Means 3, 4, 5. It may be any. But for you, you'll get maximum 2 or 3. Okay? So guys, let's begin this now. Let's solve these, bacho. Are you ready? Can we solve this now? Just read the question, bacho. Just read the question. This. Older than the question. समझ में आ रहा है? Now, केटरी समझो बच्चों, ये क्वेश्चन आपको आएगा एग्जाम को. अमू कंपनी लिमिटेड इशूड हाउ मेनी 80,000 shares of 10 each, of which underwritten by X and Y. How many underwriters we have? We have 2 underwriters. One is X, second is Y. अर्थ ಆಗಿದೆ. 1 ನಿಮಿಷ. So how many underwriters we have, bacho? We have 2 underwriters here. Who are those? X and Y. Who are those? X and Y. Now tell me, what is that? X 48,000. X is 48,000. Y is okay. X is there. Guys, tell me how many underwriters they have. How many underwriters there are? There are total. What is total issue? Total issue is 80,000. Okay. Out of these, X and Y 2 underwriters. Okay. X and Y 2 underwriters. X gross liability से दे ले. कितना है बच्चों gross liability इसका? इसका gross liability है 48,000 and this has 32,000. Total में कितना होगा? If you add up this and this, you will get 80,000. Correct? Yes or no? Now, public has subscribed. कितने shares हैं? Public subscribed for 64,000. Correct? 64,000 public has subscribed, which is including what? Mark application. The very important, बच्चों, out of this 64,000, mark application is 40,000 X, 14,000 Y. 40,000 X, 14,000 Y. Determine the liability of underwriters. Calculation of unmarked application. Calculation of unmarked application. Okay. Total application received. How many applications they have received? How many applications they have received? Public have subscribed for, बच्चों, public has subscribed for how many? 64,000 shares. Correct? 64,000 shares. 64,000. Correct? Yes or no? Less mark application. कितना है जी? कितना है? Mark application कितना है? How much is that? X 14,000, y 14,000, x 40 plus y 40. That means बच्चों very simple it is 40,000 plus 14,000 कितना होगा 54,000. Correct. So A remaining is unmarked application. Yes or no? Yes or no? अर्थ आगे दिया, डाउट दिया, समझ में आया बच्चों? एवरीबॉडी, total application how many received? Application received itself is 64,000. Correct. Out of this mark application कितना बच्चा? X mark application 40,000, Y mark application 14,000. Got it? Got it बच्चों? So total application received is 64,000. Mark application is 54,000. Remaining is unmarked application. Remaining ಏನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Unmarked application ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. समझ में आया everybody? Everybody. Respond ಮಾಡಿ. चलो. Next is what, sir? Let's start the next now. Calculation of, remember this method now? Remember this. Calculation of underwriters liability. Calculation of underwriters liability. First, note down particulars. How many underwriters? X and Y and total. X and Y and total. Because we have two underwriters, correct? Yes or no? Gross liability. What is the gross liability, bachcho? Gross liability is 48,000, 32,000. Correct? They are given, right? 48,000 and 32,000. टोटल कितना होगा? टोटल ऐसा करते हैं, बताओ बच्चों. टोटल होगा आपका 80,000. अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? अंडरस्टूड? सी, out of this 80,000, बच्चों, listen. Out of this 80,000, X has 48,000, Y has 32,000. Correct? Yes or no? Now, out of this, bachcho, we have to minus. What we have to minus? Minus less unmarked application. Unmarked application. What is unmarked application? 10,000. Correct? Sir, how you have to minus? Hey, Kedri, just have a look here. What is the ratio we have? Ratio is, here we have 48 and here we have 32. Correct? 48 and 32. Which table it goes? 16 2s, 16 3s. Yes or no? Yes or no? 48 and 32. The given. So 48, 32 ऐसा करते हैं. 3:2 आता है. Correct? In the ratio of what बच्चों? 3:2. ऐसा करते हैं. कितना होगा बच्चों? ये होगा आपका 6,000 and this is your 4,000. Tell me, any doubts you have? Doubt दिया? Any doubts you have बच्चों? Understood? Any doubt you have? Please respond. No doubt? Chalo, understood? If you understood, please mention yes. And those who are watching on the YouTube, download one application, join Agri. कंप्लीट क्लासेस कोडते भी। अब बताओ जी किसको समझ में नहीं आया इसमें? हे ट्रिपा यार ही गैर था कि लगा। टेल मी हु हैज नॉट अंडरस्टूड दिस नाउ guys. If you have doubt please ask me now itself. Don't say that इनमें कलस्ट्री अंता। You guys are no more kid now. ये मत बोलो कि पुराने और एक टेन सिखाओ करके। अगर डाउट है तो पूछो। हाँ जी
सर वो जो 6,000 और 4,000 था वो कैसा आया?
वही तो। ये कैसा है ये आपको पता है? दिस यू नो। हाँ नहीं नहीं प्रेजेंट दबाओ के रखो उसको। पूछना मेरे को प्रेजेंट दिस वन। इसरा प्रेजेंट हैंड की। जब तुम्हारा आंसर पूरा ना होता नहीं तब तक रुकना पड़ेगा आपको, ठीक है?
पर वो अटक रहा है सर।
ओके ये कैसा है पता है आपको?
हाँ वो 16 के टेबल से आया।
ठीक है 3 + 2 कितना होगा?
3 ऑब्वियसली सर 5।
5। टोटल कितना है यहाँ पर?
कहाँ पर सर?
कितने अनमार्क एप्लीकेशन है आपके पास?
10 है सर। 10 है।
है ना?
हाँ
5 1 जा 5 2 जा तो ये हो गया 6,000। 5 1 जा 5 2 जा ये हो गया आपका 4,000।
सर आपका वीडियो ही अटक रहा है, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं आपका डेटा खत्म होगा। आपका कीबोर्ड डेटा भी थी। डेटा आपका क्योंकि डेटा आपका खत्म हो गया तो ये प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा।
नहीं सर वाईफाई ऑन है।
तो आपके फोन में जो कैच होता है ना कैच उसको क्लियर कर दो।
अच्छा
तो समझ में आए?
हाँ सर समझ में आया अभी।
तो रेशियोज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हियर।
ठीक है
सो गाइज लेस दैट कितना होगा? लेस मार रही लेस करो बच्चों। कितना होगा ऐसा करते? 48 - 6 बच्चों 42,000। 32 - 4 28,000। 80 - 10 70,000। correct? Now let's mark application. What is the mark application बच्चों? Yes we have mark application here. Everyone knows it. Kerry 10,000 14,000. That's it. 10,000 14,000. Total how much? Hey, sorry, 40,000. 40,000 and 14,000. That is 54,000. Underwriter liability is how much बच्चों? 2,000 in case of X, and here it is 14. Now 28 minus 14 is 14, right? So total बच्चों 16,000. Any doubt? Any doubts, my dear student? No doubt. Can you go for the next? Respond, Madi. Respond करो बच्चों. And what I want is that I want your all the university the previous year question paper बिका कितने के send me to WhatsApp number. मैं WhatsApp number कळस रही. And those who are watching on the application to the link, those who are watching on the YouTube, guys, download the app, join Agri. It's a very minimal fees, but guys, you will be learning in very professional way. You will be learning in very much professional way. ठीक है? Can we solve the next? Can you solve the next बच्चों? Tell me. No doubt. Chalo, perfect. Let's start. What is time now? Oh my God, 10 o'clock आया था. X Company Limited issued 20,000 shares of 100 each. So बच्चों issued how much? 20,000 shares. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. You want me to continue or can we end now? क्या इसको एक सॉल्व करेंगे? Guys, you want me to continue or can we stop now here? Respond ಮಾಡಿ. ಚಲೋ, ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಇರ್ಫಾನ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್? ಉಳಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಅನ್ನಪ್ಪ, ನಿಂಗಮ್ಮ, ಸ್ವಾತಿ, ಜಾವಿದ್, ಪೂಜಾ, ಮಧು, ಇಸ್ರಾ. ಚಲೋ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ವಿಲ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, I know that 1 hour class ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನಾನು. Still we have around 8 minutes to go. We'll finish that. Now tell me, in the previous problem they gave one, right? They given 80,000. That 80,000 was between x and y in the ratio of 48,000 and 32,000. ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತದು? 80,000 ಆಗಿತ್ತು, correct? But now what, my dear student? 20,000 shares. 20,000 shares ದಲ್ಲಿ 16,000 and 6,000. Remember this. If you add up these two, ಎರಡು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 16,000 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? Partly underwritten by company itself. ठीक है? The public subscribed for 16,000 shares, which include mark application 2,400 and 600. Determine the underwriter's liability. Very important, guys. Remember this point. If you don't get here, it's going to be very problem aga, tapagatte. So guys, let's start this now. Last problem bachcho, last problem. Calculation of unmarked application. ठीक है बच्चों? ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, total ಮತ್ತೆ and send me all your syllabus बच्चों. Yeah, we have all these for your exams, not a problem. But sometimes what happens is that ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, like ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, BSKB ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ರಾಣಿ ಚೆನ್ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಇದು they have all this. ರಾಣಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೂ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್. Total application is received. How much they have received, bachcho? They have received how much? They have received a public subscribed 16,000. Okay, less mark application. How much? 2,400 plus 600. कितना होगा? 3,000. Okay, tell me what is the remaining unmarked application? How much unmarked application? 13,000 is unmarked application. Okay, unmarked application is there 13,000 ಇದೆ. But bachcho, this all not belongs to underwriters. So very important point I'm discussing. Underwriters entitled, you can say, belongs to underwriter. सुनो यहाँ केरले बच्चों listen. If this 13,000 unmarked application is for 20,000 shares, how much is for 16,000 shares? Very important point, because in the problem itself they given, right, out of these 20,000 shares. Hey, listen carefully. Out of these 20,000 shares, 20,000 shares dalli now given how much it is bachcho? Only 16,000, right? 10,000 plus 6,000, 16,000. So how much applications we have received? Unmarked application received today 13,000. That is in the proportion of what bachcho? 20,000. And we need to find out how much is for 16,000. Very simple, very easy. Just have a look. If 13,000 application unmarked divided by 20,000 multiply by 16,000 ऐसा करते हैं, कितना होगा 10,400। अर्थ आगे दे बच्चों, यस और नो, यस और नो, अंडरस्टूड? अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? Any doubt? I know that you don't have any doubt. Okay, let's start the calculation of underwriters liability. Particulars, how many underwriters, X and Y, G and H, G and H, and total. बच्चों gross liability, what is their gross liability? What is their gross liability? G 10,000, H 6,000. Correct? 10,000, 6,000. Total 16,000. All right, my dear student. Understood? Less unmarked application. What is, how much is that? Sorry guys. 10,400. What is the ratio? 10:6. 3 and 5. Distribute that in the ratio of 5:3. कितना होगा जी? कितना होगा बच्चों बताओ? माता रिपा, how much is that? $10,400 divided by 8 into 5. That comes 6,500. And remaining, how much? 3,900. $3,500 minus this will be 2,100, and here we get around 600, 5,600. Easy Dela? Easy, right? But your next, less marked application. Less mark application. How much is mark application? Mark application सीधे कितना है जी? 2,400 is your mark application, and 600 is mark application. 2,400 and 600. That is 3,000. बच्चों, underwriter liability is minus करो उसमें से 900, 1,100, and this one is like 1,500. That remaining is, yes, 2,600 is your remaining amount. अर्थ आगे दिया? अर्थ आगे दे बच्चों? Understood? No doubt? Yes. Chalo bachcho, we will end this class now here. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow evening we have 8:30 class. ಎಂಟೂವರೆಗಿದೆ. please join agree. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next class. No doubt, right? Doubt illa, we have solved sufficient problems today. I'll share this printout with you. Please keep it with you. Chalo guys, bye bye.